And also we have pressure, as we talked, we have pressurization system for the staircases in the high-rise building. The recommended design is to locate the pressurization fan at the outside of the building. That's the best practice. But you can not always be free to find some terrace on the top of these buildings. That's why you may locate these pressurization fans within the building. In that case, you have to provide 2-hour fire-rated fan rooms that is taking the fresh air directly from the outside of the building. Because just for your information, the pressurization shaft is considered as a part of the staircase. When we design a staircase, the design criteria is exactly the same for the pressurization shaft as well. That's why it's really important for us. The pressurization shaft shall be designed and shall be constructed very carefully because any deficiency that can be occurred within the pressurization shaft will block the fire escape stair, and the people cannot evacuate the building because of this deficiency. The pressurization shaft is required when the staircase exceeds 51.5 meters. If the staircase exceeds 54.5 meters, at least we have to provide pressurization air for every 3 floors at maximum. It means in every 3 floors, we have to have a grill that gives us fresh air from the pressurization shafts. But for the high-rise buildings, we are always preferring to have a grill in every floor because it becomes more easier, because if you put grills for every floor, the grill sectional area will become more less than having pressurization grills for every 3 stories. You see here we have a shaft neighboring the staircase, and we have grills into the staircase for the pressurization air. Just for your information, the pressurization shaft cannot be separated from the staircase. It means the pressurization shaft shall be located just next to the staircase because it is considered as a part of the staircase. For example, it is this kind of, we have a pressurization shaft here, we have a stair well. Sometimes they are trying to link them with the hard duct system, canal. It is not allowed, just for your information. When you have a staircase which needs to be pressurized, this pressurization shaft shall be neighboring to the staircase. It's very important. It changes all the design. No one can accept this kind of separation. That's why they will require to redesign your building according to the fire code requirements. As you can see, we have a fire escape staircase here, and we have a pressurization just neighboring the stairwell, and the grills will have between the pressurization shaft and the staircase. And also the fire service escape stairwells are pressurized. When you have a fire service access elevator within the building, you need to provide a pressurization shaft for this elevator well as well. If you forget to provide it, they will require you a hard duct system at the corner of the elevator well, and it is not accepted by the elevator, the guys who check the elevator and approve the elevator. Inspectors, yes, Sağ olun hocam. Inspectors are not accepting this kind of hard ducted system. That's why having a pressurization shaft just next to the service access elevator well is really important and should be designed from the beginning of the project. And also the important thing is really important because the wrong design system can cause some problems during the handover stage. If you have a pressurization shaft, the net area shall be not less than 1.1 square meter. It comes from the performance and functional test of the pressurization system conducted on site. This is not a written rule, but our inspections show that the shaft area shall be not less than 1.1 square meter. Otherwise, the velocity of the air increased, and that caused higher pressure loss, and the pressurization system will not work as required. We cannot see the required pressure difference between the staircases and the lobby. That's why the area should be not less than 1.1 square meter. And the aspect ratio, it means the ratio between the length and the width of the shaft should be not more than 1.4. It means if you have a dimension of A here, it should be a maximum of 4A. Otherwise, this shaft does not working due to the same cause. Having an aspect ratio more than 1 to 4 cause higher pressure loss, and all of the design is changed accordingly. For example, you can see an inconvenient shaft here because the aspect ratio exceeds 1 to 4. That's why that will not work as required. And here you can see a convenient shaft arrangement. The aspect ratio is okay, and the required shaft area is fulfilled. It will work as required. As architects, we need to check the shaft dimensions, we need to check the aspect ratio, and we need to be sure that it has a required sectional area. Otherwise, the system will not work during the handover stage, and they will ask you to revise the shaft, which is not possible for the completed construction. And also, as the last issue, if we have a car park, and we always have a car park for the high-rise building within the downtown of the cities for sure, we need to provide a smoke exhaust system as well. For the open car parks, the smoke exhaust system is not required, but to consider a car park as an open car park, there should be at least 5% of the sectional